Hello everybody, Toastbomb here. Yesterday, 343 released all of the Halo 4 button layouts. Let's check them out. Alright, starting out with default. Now, the left stick now has you sprint instead of crouching. Also, the D-pad now selects your grenades instead of B, and now B has been switched to crouch. Next, moving on to a brand new layout called Fishstick. Now, if there's any new people coming from Call of Duty and aren't used to the regular Halo controls, this might be one you want to check out because it functions very similar to the standard Call of Duty layout. You have your zoom in on the left trigger and sprint on the left stick. Also, your throw grenade button is on the right bumper and crouch is on B. Lastly, the right stick does your melee. Next we go to the classic layout, Green Thumb, which has gotten a similar treatment that the default layout has had. The left stick is now switched to sprint instead of crouch. The D-pad now selects grenades instead of B, and B has also been switched to crouch. Southpaw has also gotten this exact same treatment of the left stick now being switched to sprint instead of crouch, the D-pad selecting grenades instead of B, and B now being crouch. Then one of the newer layouts that was introduced into Halo Reach, the Recon layout, has been very slightly changed. The D-pad now selects your grenades instead of X, and X is sprint. Next up we got Boxer, where the D-pad now selects grenades and sprint is now on B. Lastly, the thing that I'm super excited about is that they fixed Bumper Jumper. If you saw Bumper Jumper before the change and you weren't happy about it, don't worry because they fixed it. The only thing that has changed now is that the D-pad selects grenades instead of A is switched to sprint, and X is now armor ability. So it makes sense now, and it's back to basically its classic form, which I really like. So that concludes all of the button layouts for Halo 4, but one thing I want to say is if you're an avid Halo player, you may know or use something called a Gandhi Hop, and what that is you jump in the air and you rapidly press crouch, which causes your player in midair to kind of nudge up and down a little bit to throw the other player off. And this is a really effective, important tactic when you get into higher competitive play or you just want to bring your game to the next level. Now, unfortunately, on most of these loadouts, they've switched the crouch to B, which basically makes the Gandhi hopping impossible unless you're clawing. So I would highly recommend for everybody to try using Bumper Jumper, even if you're not used to it. Even if you're really used to those Call of Duty controls, it's going to help you out a lot more in the long run to do Bumper Jumper. Not only will you have the advantage of being able to Gandhi Hop, but the way Bumper Jumper is set up, you don't have to move your index fingers and middle fingers off of the bumpers and triggers as frequently as you would with other layouts. Because the frequently used things like firing your weapon, throwing your grenade, and melee are all located on your triggers and bumpers. So that way you barely ever have to take your thumbs off the left and right stick, so you can always be ready, aiming, and strafing at all times. So even if you have to get used to that layout and it takes you a while, it's worth it in the long run. Trust me. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you really like the video, you can leave a like or a comment. If you really like the video, you can subscribe because I post new Halo videos every day. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. Oh yes, and then the very last thing I almost forgot. 343 left us with a little bonus picture at the end of their weekly bulletin post of this mosaiced out picture that looks like you're in some sort of canyon and maybe there's some crazy smoking volcano in the background. Also in the foreground it looks like maybe there's a warthog. I'm guessing this is some sort of multiplayer map we'll probably see more of at PAX. But yeah, that's actually going to do it this time. So again, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.